sacrifices. The strength of every altar is the weight of sacrifice that is on it. Look at your life. I want to pray for you. Don't you know what is fighting your father's house? Men and women have laid hands and legs on you. People have laid hands and laid legs. Many years ago, I said to my son, Emeka, the first day I met him, I said, only by sacrifice can you end the errors in your father's house. He had no money. Then, he said, sir, I'm coming. He went and carried the refrigerator he bought, carried a generator. He said to me, like David said to God, my house will never be beautiful more than the house of God. And ever since then, his life has been a life of sacrifice. Sir, it's not that we pray too much. It's that we are sacrificial. It is the sacrifices we make that is speaking for us. God cannot allow to hear that we have no sacrifice, because the altar must need sacrifice. So because we are sacrificial, our hands are not permitted to be dry. There must be a sacrifice on the hand to offer to God. I have maintained it consistently. Every Sunday, every service, I give God an offering of 100,000. With pangs and tears. Everywhere I go to, my offering cannot be less than 100,000. Because it's a covenant decision. It is not because I have many. It's something I vowed to give to God. I do it in tears. I do it in brokenness. I do it with a heart bleeding. I do it with a heart bleeding. Last Sunday when I gave my offering, my wife said to me, have you changed your offering? I said, no, I have moved the covenant higher. Because when she saw what I gave, she said, baby, you've changed. I said, no, it's no longer 100,000. I've moved it higher. I've entered into another realm of covenant. Father, come rain, come sun. I'd rather sell my phone, sell anything, than me not to have it to give you. Sir, great men are products of sacrifices. I look at you the way you treat God. For you, nothing matters. You give whatever you feel like. You do the things that, and yet you're expecting God to bless you like some of us. You're a joker. How? How? You want to hit 500 million. You want 200 million. You want $1 million. And you are giving God 100 naira offering. When your fathers who didn't go to school were using cows, goats, fattest of their fowl, and they offer it to their deities. And in your own days, what you offer to your deity is 200 naira, 100 naira. And you want that to suppress the sacrifices in your father's house. A joker. No wonder Isaac said to Esau, when Esau said, Father, even if it is one blessing, bless me. He said to him, the day you shall get angry, you will break your brother's yoke off your neck. Only you can end the calamity in your father's house. Only you can break the yoke that is on your neck. I want to pray for you. Raise the sounds. Ataka paratea. Ishataliata.
I felt his hand.
Atalaku paratea.
I heard his word speak to me.
Ekupa hataya.
I believe I declare my life will never be the same again. I felt his hands upon me. I heard his words speak to me. I believe. I declare my life will never be the same again. Isili sanga akezitila izilake eli kuluma akola utigi asi katata masose today my life will never be the same again. After today my life will never be the same again. Amara kesine ligwe ya kamnario omu ya kamnario ebere
Atakabarahota.
kesine ligwe
Shataladre.
ya kamnario omu ya kamnario o amarangi ya kamnario eberagi ya kamnario amara kesine libe ya kamnario abu ya kamnario o amarangi ya kamnario eberagi ya kamnario amara kesine libe ya kamnario abu ya kamnario. I say come and do what only you can do in my life today. Omega, come and do what only you can do in my life today. It's an emergency. It will come and fight the battles that only you can fight in my life today. It's an emergency. Oh, there is an urgency. It's an emergency. There is an urgency. It's an emergency. What's only you can do in my life today? It's an emergency. Oh, there is an urgency. It's an emergency. Oh, there is an urgency. It's an emergency. Come and do what only you can do in my life today. Chionye na noludia biko biaduro. Chionye na noludia biko biaduro. Chionye na noludia mama biko biaduro. Chionye na seberendia yese biko biaduro. Ekwe kwala kierebe ekwe kwala churukia chulaye katasima. Onye churukia chulaye katasima. Onye churukia chulaye katasima. I judge you faithful. I judge you faithful. Yahweh. I judge you faithful. I judge you faithful. Yahweh, Yahweh. I judge you faithful. I judge you faithful. Yahweh, Yahweh. Hear your bame, hear your bame, hear your bame, hear your bame, hear your bame.
Bring it down a bit. Lift your hands, every man. You will pray prayer. Any power fighting my destiny, derived from the powers above or powers below, or speaking against me from the breast of a woman or from the womb of a woman, any spiritual transaction that is speaking against my life from the powers above, the powers below, or from the breast of a woman or from the womb of a woman that is crying against my destiny, God of my Father, I stand before you and I declare my freedom. Somebody raise your voice who caused your destiny, we raise a voice. Atata, Ashatata, Etelekapatea, Eshatata. Bring it out. Bring it out. You know what the Spirit is saying to me? This service will not end today. That's what the Spirit is saying. He says, son, you will need to take this mystery deeper. Stella, come. Stella, come. Stella, I know you from the Spirit. Stella, how many times have you been here? Have you been here? You've been here 2 times.
Yes, sir.
Have I met with you before?
No, sir.
So I'm meeting with you for the first time.
Yes, Dad.
eBay.
Yes.
Stella.
eBay.
eBay.
Yes, sir.
I want to reveal a mystery to you.
Okay, sir.
Inemema odigonye yirigi Yahweh. I don't know who is Michael. Michael. Who is Michael? Yahweh. Atatata. Inebulielu. Eya. Yahweh. Aya talakuba. Eya taladea. Inemema. Not today, but in the course of this service, because we're going to hold another service tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, on this matter. I'm going to ask every woman in the course of this service, you will hold your breast, you will hold your womb, and you are going to make proclamations over your children. Because 99% of ihe jumoge. There are some of your songs, your brothers, that what is keeping them are voices. Is what has frustrated them. Every woman is a living shrine. Every woman. Every woman. That's why you must be careful when you deal with women. Because the prayer of a woman can fight your destiny. When a woman is happy, especially your mother, and she begins to make proclamations over you, it will be difficult for certain forces to stop you. But when the woman is offended with you, because only a woman gives blood to nature every month. And what makes an altar? The blood. So you see, a woman is a living shrine. There are things you carry that you can make demands on it. But it will not be an affair of today. We will take the mystery deeper. Because we are saying to your father's house, even if everybody let them remain in darkness, you must be a light. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm speaking prophetically. I'm taking men through a journey of divine separation. What has stopped my mother will not stop me. What stopped my father will not stop me. God, I choose to separate my destiny. Stella. Stella.
Sir.
I will tell you a story.
Elohim.
Elelion. Where you call your home, ABC, your home is not your home. I know you are shocked. Where you call your home is your maternal home and not your ancestral home. Sarah, your grandmother, was the only child of the parents. I will tell you a story. Ataya kaparahanta, eteleke paradea, ezika parado zetea, elebada barade. And your grandparents get back to your grandmother as the only seed. That seed that was born. When your great-grandparents died, the brothers of your great-grandfather came and took everything from your mother, your grandmother. They took every land. I'm telling you what you know nothing about. I'm telling you what happened in 1910 to 1915. Things you know nothing about. I'm rewinding years. Adada diada. Azuka parahunta landea. Ezika parandeya. Balabarosa hantea. They came, they took the lands from them. From your grandmother. Your grandmother was helplessly helpless. Your grandmother was helplessly helpless. And she ran to the stream in your community. And she knelt down in absolute nakedness to the water. And she said to the spirits in the water, help me recover the properties of my father. The properties of my father. And my children, my daughters shall be married to you. And that covenant, that transaction was entered. And when that transaction came, the father's brother that took the properties began to die a mysterious death. Some slept and never woke up. And they began to return back the properties to her. And that spirit helped her to recover those properties in exchange for the destinies of the daughters. And when your mother that gave birth to you was born in her days, when your mother was born, your mother was carried and brought before the river, and that sacrifice was activated. That's why all of you, your mother gave birth to, came from different fathers. You don't have one particular father. All of you came from different fathers. Huh?
We are five, but we are different fathers.
Different fathers.
Yes.
Because your mother cannot go to a man's house and say, this is my husband. They will only stay at home and give birth to children. Now it has come to your days. You and your sisters are not permitted to be married to any man. Why? You are already married to a spiritual husband. You were given and handed over even before you were born in exchange for a work that was done many years ago. Give me your hands, every man. Atatatata. Eshika paladea. Ezika pahantea. Ajete leke paradea. Azuta lade. Barade shakahadea. Elohim. 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 Elohim, 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 Elohim. Hey, Atia Parahatea. And as every day you and your sisters cry to God, you voice out in pain and in tears because of shame. Because of shame and reproach, you had to buy a ring to put in your hand so you can answer a married woman. So that when people look at you, they think that you are married because you have children at home from different fathers. Your sisters have children at home from different fathers, and you cannot explain the cause of this. You've gone everywhere and you cannot explain. A man wanted to marry you about 6 years ago. He was so desperate, he vowed he will marry you. Huh?
Yes, sir.
The day that we are to come to do the traditional rites, he had an accident and only him died in the vehicle. Because Marine came for him. Marine said, you are breaking a covenant. This captive is a lawful captive. The mothers covenanted them to me, and I gave them my princes in the kingdom to be their husbands. Give me your hands. Elohim. Some of you, you are moving on the road and you feel a presence following you. You feel that eyes are watching you. Some of you stay in your houses. As you stay, you are seeing it. You just turn around. Because there are ancestral beings that are following you. 12 demons whose job is to monitor you, to keep you in perpetual poverty. That's why I have come. Give me your hand, every man. Ataya kapatea, ajina manea, etelegebadia, azika paradea, ejika patea, ezeteledia, atalakupahatea, ajataladea, metorodo zekahatea. But this day, daughter, you have an opportunity to break this curse. It shall be broken by covenant, by sacrifice. You will go to the altar like your mother went to the stream and knelt and cried out and offered her womb in exchange for the properties of her father. You will come before Elohim and you will offer your sweats. You will lay your sacrifice before God. And moi, gakonkwande mo, agamam benabo. Atalea baradea jahatea. Kedi hesine gaga ludi. Eya talede zekahatea. Etaladea barade zekrehija hatea. Mitadi ezokapa. Are you ready for the sacrifice?
Yes, Daddy.
Are you ready?
Ready, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Because I shall demand something from you that will break you.
Okay, sir.
I shall demand something from you that will break you. Are you ready?
Yes, Daddy.
Are you ready
I'm ready, sir.
to offer the sacrifice to Elohim?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? I take one thing from you.
Yes, sir.
It will cost you pain. You don't need to pretend that you are married when you are not married. Shame can catch you. Hey, life. Some ladies you see wearing ring. There's no man that put it on their hands. It's just shame to cover up. Kaharisi at your age or illuminati. Elohim. 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 Daughter, go lie on the altar. Hey, sing it again. Shataya. Sing it again. 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 Elohim. 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 Elohim.
Inona Jerusalem woku yabia mezu na tapanyo.
You have done everything to succeed. There's nothing you have not tried in life to succeed. You've done everything to become somebody.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
And yet nothing. Your father left you with properties.
Yes.
But you sold all of them and yet returned to poverty. Nothing seems to work. I will tell you what you know nothing about. The story of your life started in Calabar in Cross River State, where you were born. Your mother is the second wife of your father.
Yes, sir.
Your mother was not the original first wife. The first wife of your father did not give birth to a child, but was a secret behind your father. In those days, your mother was a teller. Ayana kutahataya, ezutale kaparatea, ajitali aparate pahata, azuka pahatea. Your mother was a teller that sold clothes for the wife of your father. It was one of the days she brought clothes to the house that your father met with her. And your father began to have an affair with her. As a result of the affair, your mother became pregnant of you. And because of that, your father chased the main wife away. They had issues. And the woman was left the marriage. And your mother came in and gave birth to you many years ago. And this woman left in tears. In tears. And one night, she came out and stood before the heavens and lifted her voice and tears and said to God, I will not do Tom she made John Negi. I will not do Tom she made John Negi. Nanegi be naramudim. And that no dem one negi morogaburu. This woman made this proclamation, and it did not take long. She died. Your father died. The only person that is alive is your mother, that is in the sick bed in the village. Yes. Every of your father's wealth has vanished. Properties have vanished. Sometimes you stay like this, it looks like you're having a mental disorder. Exactly. To a point, they had to go and marry a wife for you. Yes. You have a wife. Where's your wife? At home. Seeing a way to see me, there's nothing you have not done. But the power of the breast is speaking against you. Because a woman says, your mother collected my inheritance. Your mother came from the back door and took what is mine. Therefore, all the days of your life, Negagaburu. And look at you. Look at you. You have done everything to succeed. You have served in churches. You have gone for deliverances. And yet, in all like this, you will quit by yourself.
Yes.
You will go to start life afresh. Because somebody held her breast and cursed you. And said you will never be useful in life. But hear me. A prophet is stronger than any voice that has spoken against you. What is fighting your brothers? What is fighting your mother's children? What is speaking against your father's house? What has made your brother? Ayana, there are families here. None of your brothers can answer somebody. All of your brothers are uselessly useless. No, they are not struggling to succeed. They are fighting hard to succeed. Ashaka pateya. Ezeteleke pahateya. Eteleke pahateya. Eya dadeya. Talade zagabadeya. Eteleke parateya. Etia pahanteya. Eteleke pahateya. Ejeka paradeya. Esaka pahateya. Ataladea. Sir, you have suffered to a point. You have even attempted suicide. You have wanted to kill yourself because of the sufferings are too much. Too much. Presently, what you do now is to carry wheelbarrow. It is barrow pushing, you are pushing. This is somebody whose father used to be wealthy, but life has reduced you to nothing. And the only male seed of the father, because a voice said, you'll be useless. I want to pray for you. There are mysteries that one day is not enough. We shall take this matter deeper. Sir, look at your brothers and sisters who in your father's house is doing well. Keep your hands open. Lord, I will end this calamity in my father's house. Who is speaking that to heaven? Lord, I will end this calamity. Look at me. Because the only thing you have in your life, home and abroad, left and right, is your wheelbarrow. Ah?
Yes, sir.
Is the only thing you have. Yes. Sir, go and dash it out and meet me tomorrow morning. Go dash your wheelbarrow. Find somebody else. Give your wheelbarrow to somebody and meet me tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Dash somebody your wheelbarrow and meet me tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir.
Give me your hands. Tatayata yakapahata. When life pushes you to the wall, you must fight back. You must what? Give me your right hand. Give me this finger. This finger, this one finger. Point it to heaven. Oh God, if everybody fails in my family, I will not fail. If everybody fails in my family, I will not fail. I need you to call your name. Call your name. Call your name. I'm standing as a liberator. As the one that will liberate my father's house. If everybody fails. Elohim. Atatatata. 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 Hey! Wait! You have pointed it to the heavens. Now point it to the earth. Put it on the ground. That finger. that finger, find the earth, however you can. If you need to squat, if you need to kneel, if you need to sit, find the earth. Put that finger on the earth. Call your father's house. Say, "Oh ye earth, hear ye my voice." If everybody fails, I will not fail. God, my children will not fail. My husband will not fail. My son will not fail. Oh yes, any covenant you entered, look. There will be a vibration from the earth. The earth will respond to you. Any sacrifice you took, any blood you drank, any oath, any engagement, transaction that took place on you earth against my life, I call my name. I say, I will end it. I will end it in my father's house. Akatatata, atalakaparata, etelekepahata, eteliata, ezokoparakuta, azotolokota, eteliapa, aparatea, ezokoparakuta, etelekeparatea, azotolote, azokoparakuta, etelekeparate, azokoparahuta, ezotolo, ebereketelekepata, azotolokoparate, ezoparato, ashakaparahata, etelekeparaata, eshokaparahata, ezokoparakota, eteliaparahata, azotolokoparata, eteliata, ezokoparahata, iataladea. Against spiritual conflict, there are battles. Ashakatata, atalakataya, etelekeparata, atolo, atea, eperakota, ezokoparakota, azotolete, izotolokoparakota, ezotolota. Now rise on your feet. Hey! Atata. 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 Look! If you are tired of the story of your father's house, meet me at the altar. If you are tired of the story of your father's house, meet me at the altar. If I count 3, you are not here, then you didn't even know why you came. Meet me at the altar. If you are tired of the story of your father's house,
Lord, I confess my love for you
because you are
I want to confess my love for you. What you come in
Ataya kapahata. Ekele buruburu.
ochizigi buruburu olugi dika egbeligwe na ba idi ebube ochukwu idi ebube idi omimi ikwesịrị ntụkwasị obi ọkwa gị na chi eze n'igwe n'ụwa ekene gburugburu gbara ocheeze gị gburugburu olu gị dịka egbeligwe na-agba ịdị ebube ịdị ebube.
Every man lift your hands. Call the names. Now, if you don't know the name, don't call it. But if you know it, you will call it. Call the names of your great-grandfather. The ancestral name of your family. If you know it, call it. If you don't know it, then keep quiet. If you know the ancestral name of your family, call the name. From the days of your great-grandfather, call the name. If you know the name of your grandfather, call his name. If you know the name of your father, call the name of your father. Atakapahata, Atelekepahata, Eshokoporahuta, Eteketeyete. If you don't know the names of your grandfather from your maternal home, from your mother's side, if you know the name, call it. 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 You know the name of your grandfather, your father from your maternal side, call the name. Ashaka Pahata, Eteleke Pahataya. You are going to speak to heaven. I bring them before you. Father, from their days to my time, what is speaking against my brothers and I? What is speaking against my sisters and I? Father, we have tried everything. We have done everything to succeed. But every time we move forward, something keeps returning us back. Father, what is this? Azatata Ejekatayata Etelekaparahata Atalabaradea Eteliada Ezekaparahuta Etelebaradea Jotolada. Look at me. Look at me, daughter. Look at me. Look at me. Can you see me? Your daughter is not missing. Are you hearing me? What did I say?
My daughter is not missing.
I know you have been looking for her. Your daughter is not missing. I'm speaking to you as a prophet. I'm speaking to you as a prophet. Because the man you gave birth to for this child rejected the child. Rejected the child. When the child was small, rejected the child, and the child has been living with you, your mother, and you have been raising the child. Now the child went to school. This is 2 weeks now, and the child has not returned. The man came and took the child. The child is not missing. Give me your hand. Look at me, everybody. How many of you came with the sand I asked for? You came with the sand. Now look at me, everybody. Look at me, everybody. I'm only taking you through one prayer. Lord, what is the mystery behind my family? Reveal it to me. What must I do to be free? Reveal it to me. That's the prayer I'm going to pray for you today. And you are going to go home. Many of you will have encounters in your dreams. Many of you will see your grandparents, your fathers, your mother that have died shall come to you in your dreams. Listen, today, there are things I'm rewinding. Look at that young lady. Touch her for me. Daughter, come. No, the one. Yes, come. Come. I know you want a fruitful life. I know you want a happy life. I know you want to be useful. You want to wipe away the tears of your parents. But look at me. What is sitting on your destiny is your father. What has kept you bound is your father. Give me your hands, every man. Ataka pataya. Ajada labadea. Elia dozekrehi shahate. There are things I'm going to interpret to you tomorrow before I begin to pray. Before I begin to place demands in the spirit. If you are not willing to spill blood, don't come here tomorrow. If you are not willing to what? If you are not willing to have a covenant life with God, don't do what? Because what we will use to break the forces is not prayer. It will be covenants. It will be sacrifices and covenants. It's what we should use to reorder the foundation in your father's house. And listen, some of you, by the time we go through this process, some of you will change the name you are answering. Now, I'm not speaking spiritually, I'm speaking physically. Some of you are answering names, you don't know the foundation of the name. That every time they call you Ago, it provokes something in the spirit. Every time they call you Oji, it produces something in the spirit. Every time they call you Carlo, it stirs something in the spirit. Because these are names you don't know how they came about. But I'm praying a prayer for you today. Lord, open their eyes to see what is fighting them. Every man, give me your hand. That's why you are at the altar. Give me the names of your father again. Call the names of your father. 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 I step into the foundation of your family and I ask heaven, Ataka Pahataya, what is speaking against this family? Open their eyes to see it. Lord, what is this? Teleke paradea. Ataladea dalabada barada bazahade. Ejegebala barado zeketea. Look at me. Look at me. If you want your daughter to be useful, return her back from that man. You know he's evil.
Yes.
Return your daughter back. I'm telling you where your daughter is. It's not, your daughter is in Abba. Is in the house of this man. If you want your daughter useful, because the man I'm talking about is diabolical, he's demonic, he's evil. Look at me. If not, your daughter will be uselessly useless. And he will be uselessly useless. Give me your hands. Only a witch and wizard cannot separate the difference between a child. Witch a wizard in a keep your hands open and I pray for you. Father, many of them are asking, what is the problem of my father's house? How come no man can succeed in my father's house? How come? How come no woman born by my mother can beat the chest and say, I married a somebody? How come. My father's house is in disarray. God of Pastor Mekairo, we have come before you. Let the days of my father be reopened. If there is an error, reveal it to me. Are you ready for that prayer? Keep your hands open. Father, show me what is speaking against my father's house, and show me what I must do to liberate my father's house. This year, there must be canopy in my father's house. My daughters, my sisters, my children must marry. Lord, what is stopping their marital settlement? Even as I'm serving you, even as I'm following you, even as I'm coming to church, even as I'm coming to church, do you want encounters today? Are you ready for spirit visitations? Are you ready to be taken into the realms where you will see it? Are you sure you are ready for this? Every man take a sacrifice. If you need to empty your pocket, empty it. But make sure what you are giving is painful. Take a sacrifice. Take your right hand and put it on the altar. If you don't have it cash, if you need to make a transfer, whatever it is, put your hand on the altar. Quickly, every man, quickly. Make sure your right hand is on the altar as I make my prayer. Sacrifice is an invitation God cannot say no to. Be quick about it. Be quick about it. If you need to empty yourself, empty it. But make sure what you are giving now is very painful to you. Quickly, I count 7. If you are coming back, be fast. Don't delay the time. Don't delay the things of the immortals. Please, if you need to come into the altar, climb up. If you need to climb up, climb up. Make sure your hand is on the altar. Make sure what you are giving is painful. Lord, open the gates and the secrets of my father's house. Show me what is wrong and show me what I must do to save my father's house. Atakapataya, taladea. I cannot end my life like this. I have done everything as a man to succeed. I have done whatever I was told to do. Yet, nothing is working in my father's house. Lord, I come before you with a sacrifice. Lord, show me what is speaking against my father's house. Open my eyes. Take me through dreams, through trance. Let my eyes be open. Lord, is there a tree in my father's house? Is there a grave? Is there a charm buried anywhere that needs to be uprooted? Is there a cause placed on my father? Is it placed by my grandfathers? Placed by my great grandparents? On my father? On my father? On my mother that has been transferred to me? Is there a spirit of death dwelling in my father's house? Lord, show me. Let the eyes of men be open. Let their eyes of understanding be enlightened. Jehovah, let the gates of their father's house be open. Take them to deeper mysteries, deeper things. Ataka Pahata. Open their eyes. Today, let it be a day of encounter. Separate men and women. Take them to the cause. Why poverty cannot leave their father's house. Why failure cannot leave their father's house. Lord, ataka pahata, eteleke parata, etatatata. Get ready. Secrets shall be revealed to men. Meet me by 9 tomorrow. Take your hands off. Write down the encounters you have. The encounters you are privileged to have. Write them down. Because today, deep mystery shall be opened unto you. And by 9 tomorrow, If you have your brother's pictures, if you have pictures of your sisters, carry it and come. If you have your mother's picture, carry it and come. We shall be passing decrees and passing judgment. 9 a.m. tomorrow. It will be a 2-hour service, 9 to 11. Tomorrow. And every man will come in fasting and prayer. Rise up on your feet, lift your hands to heaven. If you have not given, walk to the altar and give. Lift your hands. I commit you into the hands of grace. I leave you an eternity. And as you live here, spirits from above shall be allowed to minister to you. The deep things of God. The things that you need to know. You will not end like your father. Oh, light must appear in your father's house. The limitations you saw before you came must be broken. Say after me, I have a good heritage. The broken lines are joined in pleasant places for me. The wilderness has become my fruitful ground. The tongues and thistles have become my fruitful ground. The earth is mine and the fullness thereof. Silver and gold are mine because